Hi there, and welcome to another edition of Akashic Insights Weekly with the Illuminating Journey Cards. It is February 28th through March 6th, 2022. So I'm your host, Jendishen, jendishen.com, and I'm using the Illuminating Journey Cards I created with the guidance of the Akashic Records. We're moving from February, a very powerful month that has cemented some of our ideas of harmony or balance, how we step into being more intuitive and taking action from that place. And we come into this month where we must activate the love in a whole different way, how we respond to love, how we open up to love. What is love? Because we're coming into a 3 calendar month, a 9 universal month, and that is the month that calls us to be courageous with our hearts and courageous with our behavior. Because 3, 9, and 6 is activated because of the year is all the emotional numbers. So there's so much feeling rising within us, so much emotion, so we can release old feelings, old trauma, and step into the true activation of divine love, love from our soul, love from our being, love for each other, so we can begin to understand what it means to be connected, not separated. So let's see what the first card has to say. The first card is the 16, the card that showed up last week. This is a card calling us to our service. We're being called to stand and accept that this path is necessary. So it's not an easy path, but it's a path we must take. We're being called to pay attention as the tower shifts, as what has been on top topples. So what we've looked at and behaviors even within ourselves that we have continued through the ages. It's like, okay, we have to go stop. I'm not doing that anymore. And I'm truly coming here with my heart open. I'm willing to let the intuition come in, let myself be flooded with inspiration and divine intention that I am going to move through this and become more connected to who I am. So this is a moment of great portent because we're being called to stand up and to accept this is who I am, and this is what I decided I'm going to do, or this is what I'm deciding to do, and I'm going to do it. And so we're being called to honor our word and honor what we truly value. And we will have to practice this, and as many of us have experienced already right now in the world, we are feeling the pain of that, of needing to deal with things, the power struggles and the pain of seeing people under war, under pressure in all different ways. And how do we deal with that without resorting to our old behavior, right? Remember, when the energies are changing, as things topple, we cannot keep repeating the same patterns, because if we do that, if we live from a place of trauma and pain and wanting revenge, wanting to battle it out, we're going to just repeat those same things over and over. So this is our opportunity to truly change. And this card, the 9 Soul Portal, reveals more about that, because as we take the journey, as we commit to the path we're taking, and we become upright with our energy, we are then taken into this rainbow energy of complete transformation, where we can truly open our hearts to receive the frequencies of divine love that are pouring in, the support of recognizing how amazing it is when we can be connected to each other with love, when we can remember we are connected, and we can shift our behavior from the kind of controlled by ego, and instead to be uplifted and guided by the heart. So this is a very heart-filled energy, the card speaking, the portal speaking to this idea of taking this journey. And this journey, again, it is a journey that demands devotion and connection and intention. It's not something we can just blow off or bypass or kind of sleep our way through it. It is a path we must be consciously taking and being aware of our responses, that we're not falling into old patterns. We're not allowing our trauma to guide this, but we're truly becoming aligned to the power within us that allows us to live differently and to find our freedom through that. And the third and final card, how interesting, this is a 16, a 1 and a 5. So we started with the 7-5, which is a 7, which is about being inspired. We know we must listen to the warnings. And then the 9, which opens our heart and really allows us to step into our power, because we recognize we are all one. And what does that mean? When I see a part of me behaving a certain way, what am I choosing to do? And then the 15, which is a 6. So 9 and 6, again, repeating the emotional numbers, how important this time is that we find the essence of love within us, that we step into those places boldly and fearlessly, that we are courageous in our behavior, that we don't allow ourselves to slip under and get lost in all the emotion. This is a being of service in a way that expands us. And this portal speaks to the idea of choosing, the figure here, choosing what is the bubble of light, what is the bubble of dream, what is the thing I value that I'm willing to give attention to, that I'm willing to love and hold and see and help it float through and get up out into the world. What is mine to do here that I can do with love? Because when we give service with love, we expand the capacity to receive love and for things to change. So this is the alchemical opportunity for us to truly bring change through by changing who we are. So we get this opportunity to release trauma that has stunted our growth, that has kept us trapped, and to truly make choices from a place of incredible power, the power of being who we are, and refusing to behave the way we have and keep that old trauma cycle going of perpetrator, victim, and then flipping round and round. So we really are learning that to get through the trauma, we have to recognize what it is and then move beyond that. So we expand into being ourselves in our greatness.